Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Choma Bachu, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping back. And if you are new here, welcome. In this channel, I share relevant information to people that are looking to migrate to Canada, and as well as I vlog about my experience as a new immigrant here in Canada. In today's exclusive video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 easiest ways that you can migrate to Canada, the 5 easiest pathways that you can migrate to Canada. And if this sounds good to you, do definitely stick around. Welcome back. Like I said, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 easiest ways that you can migrate to Canada. Now, Canada has over 100 documented pathways that you can migrate to Canada. But then going through all of them can be super overwhelming, trying to meet the requirements and this and that. It can be kind of a bit hard. So I've been able to make my research and from credible sources, and I've been able to put this together for you guys. First of all, let me put this out there. I am not an immigration consultant, and I'm just sharing this video based on my experience living in Canada and from my own research from credible sources. Okay, now, like I said, Canada has a lot of pathways because Canada is huge. It has a very wide landmarks, and they are trying to meet up with the population and economic growth. So they devise different strategies to get people into Canada, right? Now, going through all of them can be so overwhelming. Like the business immigration pathways, it requires you to have over 500,000 Canadian dollars in your account to be considered through that path. So you see, when I say these are the easiest ways, I mean these are the easiest ways because over time people have been trooping in Canada through these 5 pathways that I've been able to research. And the first one is coming in as an international student. I don't know, Canada has this soft spot for international students. I don't know, because Canada likes it when you come here, study, and eventually they give you a work permit, and eventually you become a permanent resident, so coming in as a student is one of the ways that you can migrate to Canada. The only thing is you have to have the money, because very well known that studying in Canada can be somehow expensive. So fine, you can get scholarship, right? But then studying in Canada can be super expensive. But the good thing about this process is as soon as you come in as a student, you are coming with your family, provided you indicate them during your application, probably your wife or your kids, your immediate family members. I'm not talking about your village people right now. The beautiful part is your spouse can be working and be making the money, right? So which is also an added advantage. But then as soon as you finish studying in Canada, you are going to be offered a postgraduate work permit, which allows you to work in Canada. And while you work in Canada for up to a year out of 3 years, it gives you the eligibility to apply for permanent residence, which is actually a good thing, right? So it's a clear pathway to becoming a permanent resident in Canada, provided you go through getting the admission from a designated learning institution here in Canada, and then you finish your studies and get a postgraduate work permit, and then before 2 to 3 years you apply for permanent resident through the Canadian experience class. You have to apply through the Canadian experience class, which is also a part of express entry. Now, that is for that with international students. Another clear and easy pathway that you can migrate to Canada is coming in through spousal sponsorship, like through family sponsorship. In this particular pathway, all you need to do is to have a spouse or a parent in Canada. You have to have an immediate family member in Canada, and that person can file for you. So if you're fortunate enough to have a wife or You can even have a conjugal partner or a common law partner whereby you guys are not even married, but you declare yourselves as common law or as conjugal partner, which is basically like this boyfriend and girlfriend. Canada also supports that. They also fight through that, but then you have to prove to the immigration officer that the marriage is genuine or the relationship is genuine. You have to prove all of that. So that is another easy way that you can migrate to Canada. You're not going to invite your village people. It is just your immediate family member, your father, your mother, your grandparents, and your dependent children. So that is another clear pathway for you to migrate to Canada. And other easy, very smooth, easy pathways that you can migrate to Canada is coming in through express entry, through this federal skilled work program. Right now, Canada kind of work with foreign skilled workers. They bring in foreign skilled workers to come and help the economic growth, to come and boost the economy, which is really kind of good. So it's called the express entry route, and in this route it is a score based system. Like, you have to score certain points to be able to be considered for this route. Like, there are certain factors that they put together to they kind of calculate, and these factors include your age. Your age gives you a certain number of score. If you are young, you get a higher score. If you are well educated, maybe you have a lot of degrees, your masters, your bachelors, and some certification, gives you a higher point. And your English proficiency test, you have to write an exam, which is an English proficiency test, IELTS or CELPIP. You have to write that and get a good score as well. And you also need a work experience, at least a year to 3 years of work experience, to be able to be considered, to be able to enter the pool for express entry. Now, people kind of think it's a lottery visa. Express entry is not a lottery visa. I know the US kind of do this diversity lottery visa, whereby as long as you are 18 years, you can apply, right? But with Canada, they don't just want anybody to migrate to Canada. They want skilled workers who can come in and boost the economy, to boost the economic growth. So they kind of go for people that are young. They need a lot of young population, because Canada is somehow consists of aging population, right? So they need people that are skilled workers. Maybe you are an engineer, you are a nurse, or you are a lawyer or a doctor. Obviously, a professional job, even though you are the manager to a shop or a company, whatever, just is whether you are working as a skilled worker. All right, so it qualifies you for this pathway. After they calculate your score, then you can enter into the pool, right? And then if you're lucky, the Canadian government can send you an ITA, which is an invitation to apply. And you have about 90 days to finish the application. And this process takes about 6 months. And the beautiful thing about this process is, as soon as you're landing in Canada, you are landing as a permanent resident. You're not landing with a temporary visa like the type of the student visa, which makes it really beautiful. But then you have to show a proof of funds. Yeah, that proof of fund is something that it has to be in your account. It is for you. It is for you to take care of yourself. It's not as if you are going to use it to pay some school fees, like people that are coming that are going to show their own proof of fund that they can pay their tuition fees and as well take care of themselves, which makes it really nice. And coming in as a permanent resident, you can bring your family along with you, which is also a good thing. Like, you can include your wife and your children while you are applying, and it makes you, your family, they are here with you, right? But the good thing about express entry is, as soon as you land, you just apply to any job. There are some jobs that students can't apply for, but you as a permanent resident or as a citizen, you are free to apply to any job that you want to apply to, and you are free to move to anywhere that you want to move to in Canada as a permanent resident that came in through express entry. So that is for that about express entry. Another beautiful pathway that I love so much is the provincial nominee program. Guys, this particular program is the sweetest if you happen to have a province nominate you. Now, Canada operates a federal system and where they have provinces, right? Okay, in some countries they can call them states, but Canada has like 10 provinces, and each provinces have their own immigration pathways. Like how this works is some province might require certain particular skill workers in a particular sector, and then they kind of nominate people and try to favor people in that particular sector which they want people. Maybe they want teachers, or they want lawyers, or they want engineers, or they want whatever they want. It is basically to grow their particular province. Each province, like Ontario has its nomination program, Saskatchewan, each of these provinces have their own nomination program, and when they nominate you, it automatically gives you 600 points, right? And this makes you to like there's no how you're not going to get your ITA, your invitation to apply, because with this pathway you were battling to get um your score through express entry. But with this particular way, the government, like the province, nominates you by themselves. Probably where you get this kind of luck is when you have, maybe you have a family that nominates you from that province, or you have a relative that nominates you from that province. It kind of give you points. So it is just basically everything you need as regards express entry. So basically it is still a point based. Like I said, your English proficiency, your educational background, the educational degree that you've acquired, your master's, all of that, your work experience, which is actually the king. The idea is to bring in skilled workers that will come in to increase the economic growth of that province, right? But the only thing is you have to live in that province. So it's not like the usual express entry or the federal skill worker program where you just migrate to any province of your choice. With this one, it is with a particular province that nominated you. That is where you are going to live. Okay, and that is for that with provincial nominee program. The last, that is the fifth pathway that is still good that people have been using to migrate to Canada over time, is coming in as a worker, like getting a work permit. How this works is you can be anywhere in the world and apply to jobs here in Canada, right? And if you are fortunate enough and lucky enough to get a recruiter contacts you, a recruiter, interviews you, and eventually you get the job, you are going to be coming in with a work permit. Now, but what you have to use in applying for this particular application is a document called LMIA, which is the Labor Market Impact Assessment. Your employer will be the one to provide this for you. This is the document that states that the employer have searched, like they've not seen anyone here in Canada that can, fit in for that position or have that particular skill, right? So it is for them to be able to prove to their government that this is why we are bringing in this foreigner to come and fill this space, because we don't have anyone here that is interested or that is, capable for this particular skill. The beautiful thing about this thing is you are getting a job upon landing, right? But then it does not make you a permanent resident. You have to work with that particular company, and maybe in within 3 years, if you have worked 2 to 3 years in that company, it gives you the Canadian experience, and you cannot apply through express entry again. You cannot apply through the Canadian experience class, and or have worked in Canada. It gives you this score that is going to make it easy for you to get the permanent resident. So guys, I hope this video is informative enough. If there's anything that you do not understand, do put it in the comment section, or if there's anything you want me to throw more lights on, I am here for you. But then you have to indicate interest that you need it, right? So please don't forget to subscribe, guys. You subscribe. Like, I'm doing this for you because I love you guys, right? So you guys have to show love now. Show me love. Okay, so thank you so much. Hit the notification bell if you've not done that, and give this video a thumbs up till we meet again in our next video, because I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so I can't dish out everything here. There's a lot to talk about, but you guys indicate interest that you need it. Okay, bye bye. I love you. Till we meet again in our next video. Bye.